Welcome to the channel. As you can see here, we have a very unhappy 2011 Audi TT. Picked this up a couple weeks ago from a guy I work with. Not going to get into all the details, but lost oil pressure. The motor was kind of locked up. I pulled the plugs and coil packs, and the motor turned over by hand, so I put them back in, and all of a sudden she started up. So we're both kind of confused on that one, but it obviously has no oil pressure. I hooked up a manual gauge, pulled the switch, one of the switches out, hooked up a gauge. It's got nothing. There was metal in the housing. You really can't see anything in there now, but it's pretty well trashed. I'm hoping the crank is okay. Really just planning on doing a quality overhaul on this motor. You know, if the block needs machined, I'll let professionals do that, obviously. But I am planning on rebuilding this thing. Every nut, bolt, bearing, washer, everything's coming apart, being cleaned, replaced, reinstalled, and I'm going to take you along for the ride. This is my first video, not my first engine. Not my first car. But something I enjoy doing quite a bit. I only tend to take in cars that I like. Kind of have a soft spot for Audis, but I love anything with internal combustion. It doesn't matter what it is, even Mustangs. One thing I wanted to show you, kind of weird stuff Audi and Volkswagen do. I mean, they're there for a reason. I don't really know what they're there for, but it's a popular mod to delete those. You can see on the intake manifold. I mean, they make a kit anywhere from 50 bucks to 110 bucks to delete these and put little plastic bits in place. I'll have a video on that when I get to that point. Got my helper here. We'll get to the wrench turning in just a few seconds. You'll just have to bear with me. The content's going to get a lot better, higher quality. I'll get more into the technical aspects of this kind of work, especially when the engine's out. I'll be getting a GoPro soon and a new laptop. I'm a little behind, but hopefully you stick around and you like what you see. Probably one of the best tools I've ever bought. I don't know how well you can see this. It's your little, I'm sure most of you know what this is, but it's for hose clamps. I mean, you can buy these pretty much anywhere now. It's got a nice little handle. Oop. Yeah, I'll leave this one rolling. I turned the other one off because I'm not used to the battery on it yet, and I honestly don't even know if it's recording yet. There's a $40 Walmart camera. There's a reason behind that. I'm not that cheap, but the computer I have is 12 years old, and even as I'm recording this, I have no idea if I'm actually going to be able to complete a video in 720, 1080p, never mind 4K. So, what I'm doing next is, and I'll move this one so y'all can see what the hell I'm doing. Got to remove the AC compressor, and let me get my light. Just see that charge pipe down there, that little swoosh. Got to remove that charge pipe, which runs up, and kind of see right there. I'm going to have to remove, it's going to be almost impossible to get the camera on that one. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I love this camera. That little coupler, That's going to have to come off the turbo. I felt down there and looked, there are bolts, and the only reason that's going to have to come off, in my the way I plan on pulling this engine is pulling it to the left and pulling it straight up and out. That's going to come off because that's actually going to hit the frame rail right there. Anyway, I'm going to stop bullshitting and get this damn tube off so I can get this AC compressor off, out of the way. I've not discharged the AC yet. I have recovery tanks, but I still got to get, I wasn't exactly ready for this. I wanted to get a set of quick jacks, Google them, YouTube them, awesome things. I'm limited for space. It is what it is. I have a whole other 12 by 24 workshop, which you'll see here in a little bit. That's where I'm going to do most of my bulk teardown. Everything I take off this goes in the workshop for cleaning. I've got my solvent tank still. I do already have I've got a compressor. I've got a sandblasted cabinet and everything. I take everything down to bare metal. I get new O-rings, new gaskets. I rebuild. That's what I love doing. That is my passion. That is my dream, to be able to do this kind of work for a living. I've always made money. I've always made money off of doing this kind of stuff. Now, I've spent a lot of years getting all my tools and my equipment. And it's not something you can do overnight, but, you know, and there's some videos on YouTube you think, like, why did you upload that, you know? But, you know, I think I have a bad habit of, you know, jumping the gun and saying, oh, that's stupid, until I want to do it. You know? And then it's, oh, well, hold on. You know? Well, I don't stop. That's not stupid anymore. How do you do that? But anyway, stop rambling and get to work. So what I'm trying to get off, you kind of see I got the pipe off already. I see some of y'all have done this 100 times, laughing at me. I got that one. Hold on. I got that one off. You can just see there's a little bracket right there. There's another one I missed. Other than that, I've got to get better at this. See, I got her out of there. Alright, everything's loose, so she should come out. Come on, baby. There it is. Full of oil. Full of oil. And she's out. And my glove broke. I ripped. There she is. I have no idea if you can see this. I'm sure you can. Little charge pipe. Off the turbo to the intercooler. Completely covered in oil and grease and filth. But that's okay, because turbo. I have a few different ones. Let me use this. It's easier to see this one. Triple squares. That's what a triple square is. Get on Amazon. Buy a set. Be done with it. So you have them when you need them. Because you're not really going to find those at AutoZone or O'Reilly's. Because that's a specialty tool. But this is where I'm at so far. I got the water pump off, got the oil crankcase module. It switches all that, the whole assembly off. Not a whole lot of progress. I got that AC compressor out of the way. Hadn't discharged anything yet. I got my pipe down. I guess I'll show you the pile so far. Made a little bit of a mess. That's the water pump. There was a belt for the counter shaft. It makes no sense. Okay, well, y'all don't know what I'm talking about here. There is this motor. There's twin counter shafts that spin twice the speed of the crank for harmonic, resonance, balance, etc. Don't care. They make a delete kit, but not recommended. Runs along that boss there on the block and runs the frickin' water pump. go. It doesn't feel like they're coming off, but they are. Oh, that's gonna be in the way. I don't know, it's a weird feeling. It feels like you're not doing. It feels like you're not doing anything, but they're coming. Oh, good, hit the ground. That's what you like. That is what you want to hear. All right, I'm gonna take that off right there. See if I can get you a shot of that. Yeah, I like this one even. It's nice. I can just pop this out. Yeah, this one's a lot nicer than that other one. I mean, I guess kind of, sort of. That right there, I'm taking that off next. But if you're thinking about making YouTube videos, just buy something. I mean, you gotta get started sometime. I'm kind of, like I said earlier, when that other one wasn't recording, that was really, I can't move that. Yes, I can. See, easy as that. Now this is loosey-goosey. I would have preferred to leave it on the hose. Did this hose necessarily have to come off? No, but you know what? Why not? See, that's got to go there. Let's try to put it back on. Oh, you probably couldn't even see that. See if I do that. Oh, God. Okay, safe and sound. Put this in the pile. Oh my God, I'm trying. Trying to keep you entertained. Anyway, the point was, you know, as you get home from work and you decide, hey, this is going to be a relaxed day. I'm going to catch up on my on some of my videos. And you've got, you know, 40 videos to look through. You're like, whoa, you know, you can't, okay, you know, and there's not enough time. Why is this fighting me? Why is everything, you know, ooh, bonded a little bit to the hose. Come on, freaking. You know what? This is what you should do in this situation. Instead of going over instead of going over your the bevel, not the bevel, the rim. Can't think of the right freaking name for it. The bead. This part right here. Take the time to do things the right way the first time, like setting up tripods. Because what's the point? If something fails catastrophically, well, what was the point of you even doing it in the first place? You know, people don't understand that. Things take time. Quality things take time. You all know the drill. Preaching to, oh God damn it. Preaching to the choir on that one. Shame on me. I guess that just pops right off, huh? Is this a vacuum? No, it's not a vacuum. Is it one? It's all vacuum. It should just pop right out of there. Yep. Popped right out. I'm going to take this all the way off. Don't mind me. Just taking off vacuum lines. That one off. Take this one off. Oh, it's gonna be tricky. But not if you have the right tool. It's not tricky if you have the right tool. Imagine that. I say as I use the wrong tool. There's that. Am I going to remember exactly how that's routed? Probably not. Oh, wait, I was going the right way. Guess I'll make 2-3 different videos. I mean, I don't want to make my first video an hour freaking long. You know, no one's going to want to sit and watch that. Oh, that's right, I broke that one. Oh good. Essentially that goes down under the engine. Terrific. It's already broke. Well, that was fucking easy. Alright, 1, 2. Am I gonna remember how all this is routed when I'm done? Nope. Alright, now I just got this one little deal down here. Alright, that last bit of harness. The last bit of the harness runs down and around to right there. Can you even see it? I guess so. And I think there's another part that branches off and goes to another sensor, but that's what we're dealing with. There we go. There's the rest of the harness. Except for that ground. Like I said, I keep saying it, but I'd rather you, this is what I like doing, showing you what I'm doing, you know. Here we are. Rest of the harness, I'm going to drape that off to the side, out of the way. Putting the bolt back in the hole. Imagine that. There's your O2 sensor. O2 sensor socket, dime a dozen. You can get them anywhere. I've got like 4 of these things. Oh look, it fits. This one's a 3/8 drive. Again, for the 100th time, I'm doing this in no real order. I mean, y'all saw in the beginning of the video what I already had off. I hadn't done any of that today. In the garbage she goes. There's no flange on the back of that. That goes to, from that flex pipe, it's solid pipe to another cat, then it Y's off, and there's slip joints right before a resonator. So, okay, I'm going to take that off, but I got to pull it's all going to come out that way. So I got to pull the drive shaft in order for there to be enough room. And as you can see, with the car being, you know, only about 7 inches off the ground at the wheel, there's really not a lot of room. I'm not looking to screw around with that tonight. Neither is this one. So I'm gonna call it a night.